32-yard line. Steps up in the pocket. He's hit it. He's sacked again. Trouble in the pocket. He's hit it. He's sacked. Holley with another sack at the 46-yard line.
Welcome, football fans. Welcome, Philly fandom, Philly Nation. That was clips of my guest today, Ralph Holley, Philadelphia Star, defensive tackle. I'm excited to get him on the show, excited to talk to him. So I want to go ahead and get this show started. This is Talking with Hype, so let's go ahead and get it started. Let's go. Ralph, what's going on, man? How we doing this afternoon, man?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good for having me.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me such early in the day. Appreciate it. So I wanted to bring you on, Philadelphia Stars, defensive tackle. I watched a lot of your footage. You have a great background, great football story. And I pretty much want to go ahead and let Philly know exactly who, Ralph Holley is, where he's come from, things like that. And to start off, I know you were born in North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So like it was like I was watching some old interviews that you've done, and it was just outside of like Raleigh. What is it, like half hour or so, maybe an hour?
Yeah.
Now you actually grew up on a farm, though, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I kind of really was raised in Detroit, thing like that, for real, really. But yeah, in Washington, my grandma, they have a used to, they used to raise pigs and everything like that. But back in the day, I was raised in for real. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching like an older interview, and I seen that like you're able to how to like do those things like chickens and pigs and things like that. So I was watching some old clips and things like that. So it's kind of crazy to hear that. So I mean, like I'm not sure who you were interviewing with, but they also said that's a great trade to have, man. That's a whole nother profession right there if you wanted to.
Man, when I was I know there's some pictures of my granddad and my dad with me with a pig split and thing like that. And, they just when I don't really know what was going on, but we was down there. I was learning about just the farming life and that fresh cut meat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely fresh cut, man. I mean, straight slaughtering pigs and things like that, man.
Oh yeah.
So moving on, you went to high school, St. Mary's Prep. That's in Orchard Lake, Michigan. And then with Orchard Lake, with St. Mary's Prep, you actually like you led the team to three straight, championship, three straight championships, and you actually won it in 2016.
Yep.
So, going there three times and then finally winning it, how did that feel, man?
Man, it was crazy. I was kind of a big freshman coming into. I was like 220 coming in, and I actually played my first year, and then I started growing more, and they me line and moved me up to varsity. And my varsity was probably my sophomore year, and we ended up 7-0 against a Muskegon, Michigan team, and then we went on to get our second state championship against Chelsea, Michigan, and it just took off from there. Good players on the team: KJ Hamler, Denver Broncos now, Josh Ross is for the Baltimore Ravens, and the other guys. We were really stacked, and then last year we just wanted to finish it out, and we won on our third state championship. We won on the very last play. We played Muskegon, Michigan again, and it was crazy. And also track state championships and disc too. So I ended high school career like in with five rings. So
Yeah, I mean, looking over your stats just in high school, you were stacked, man, as far as not just football, but you were track and field. I
yeah.
read that as well, or I saw that you were track and field. You said you were like the chubby guy running, you know what I mean? So you weren't the fastest, but you were still doing it,
Exactly. I was
Uh,
moving, trying to.
yeah, you're a moving man. I see it your Instagram, man. You're definitely moving. You're definitely, even shot put too. You're two-time state champion there as well. Not many people know that. Want to get that out there as well. But all around in high school, you also played running back too, right?
Yeah. That was fun, but it just wasn't for me. I mean, I was fast moving guy. You know what I'm saying? A big moving guy, and it was fun. It just wasn't me.
Not you, but I mean, you got to run some people over, I guess, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, mostly go 4th and 1s. Something
Yeah.
like that. But I had a couple big runs.
Yeah, you need that powerhouse, man. That's what you were, definitely. Let's see. So, all right, so we're going over the track and field, the two-time shot put champion. But you also, when it came to the shot put, you also received some invites, some scholarships, no?
Oh
As well, but
yeah.
those were turned down?
Yeah. I had some two D3 scholarship offers for track and field. But I knew I wanted to play football level I could. And when I think it was my junior year on my birthday is when I got my earth for football, and that's when everything kind of just blew up for me at
Mhm.
school level. But yeah, I had a couple offers for track and
Yeah, definitely. So all right, so Western Michigan Broncos 2017, 2021. Um, I did watch a video too. You committed with a fellow teammate, Dwayne Chapman. Are you guys still tight? You guys still close?
Oh yeah, Dwayne probably my one of my best friends. Like we went to St. Mary's together. We got
Mhm.
pulled up to varsity the same time. We committed to Western together. We pledged the same fraternity together. Our parents are very close. We grew up together. That's my dog. That's my man's.
That's what I figured, like, because watching that interview when you guys committing, you guys are both, back to back. So I'm like, all right, it's got to be his boy right there. So I want to bring
Oh
him
yeah, we
out,
tight.
just yeah, definitely. So, with the Broncos, Bronco Nation, second team All MAC honors in your fourth season as a starter. That season, 39 tackles, 16 and a half for a loss, 6 sacks, and a forced fumble. Your entire career at Western Michigan, you ended with 138 tackles, 20 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. I mean, that's a hell of a career, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, just watching the tape, because I watched a lot of tape on you, and I know I'm talking fast, but I do apologize, but I just want to get everything in. And but yeah, Western Michigan, man, you were running the game. You had a full squad there. You guys were definitely lighting it up.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so fast forward just a little bit. Actually, this year, before we get to the USFL portion of it, in January, you were invited to the Hula Bowl
Yeah.
in 2022, but you were like a late addition. What happened there? Why was it like a late addition?
Man, so thing with the hula boy, it was I was trying to get into one of the all senior bowls, and I just wasn't getting. People were thinking I was too short and everything. Play at the next level, and stats talk for me, and apparently it had somebody ended up dropping out the hula bowl. And I think it was 2 days before and they ended up sending me an invite. The director of the hula bowl ended up calling me and was just like, "Man, we need you." Somebody dropped out, and I was like, "Okay, do this." I had to ship all my from Michigan all the way to Florida day, and got everything worked out, and an amazing hula bowl. For real, it was
Yeah, you
great.
definitely took advantage of. I was reading up on it too. Like you were going in, you were jumping in like third and fourth downs, taking over that responsibility. And the information that I was reading, man, they loved it and they ate it up. You did a hell of a job in that situation.
Oh yeah,
So after the Hula Bowl, or just before or right after, you were pretty much like a top 25 prospect, coming out of Western Michigan, for the 2022 NFL Draft.
yeah,
Not signed, but you were invited to the Chicago Bears mini camp, the
yeah.
rookie mini camp. How was that experience like?
This is awesome. I appreciate the Bears. Just reaching their hand out in the real. The experience was great. I met some great coaches. The whole experience was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot about my game there, and just different techniques and different way of film and things like that. The professional level that I really took back with me.
Definitely. No, absolutely. I mean, there's gotta be, when it comes to coaching and things like that, and the type of individuals that are there that are just, running the game or running that situation, you gotta learn something. You gotta take something from it. Um,
Exactly.
and going back to that, the Western Michigan part of it, I believe it was like 9 Western Michigan guys that got either invited or got signed, from your squad. And one of the
Mhm.
guys too, is Sky Moore, Kansas City Chiefs wide
Right.
receiver. So that's another big,
Yeah.
he's playing in the NFL right now too. So you guys were definitely stacked.
Oh yeah, that's
So I
great.
mean that is definitely a pro squad right there. Um, so I want to jump into the USFL portion of it with the Philadelphia Stars. You signed
Yeah.
on the team. You signed on to the team. Uh, Almost mid-season, like what was it, week 4, week 5? It was, I think it
Week
was like
5.
late
Yeah.
April or May. Yeah, they
Hmm.
announced it like May 19th on social media. Um, and watching the tape and going back to the Stars season, man, you were extremely versatile. You were great at bullying the offensive line. And you also draft back in coverage too. So you were all over the place. You weren't just, plugging the gaps and things like that. But you were doing it all. So, I mean, you're definitely versatile, and that's what this league is all about, man. So it was a great pickup for the Stars, and I cannot wait to see a full season of you, for Philadelphia. It's going to be a great season for you guys.
Yeah, getting picked up, I was just blessed. Picked me up and gave me an opportunity. Throwing in there, I got there on a Tuesday, and they had me in the start rotation today. So, you know, I was just in there trying to make just try to make the team better as a whole.
Absolutely. Now, what was that? I like to ask every player that comes on, like, what
Yeah.
was that process like? Like, did you get a phone call from like an agent, or did they call you personally? Like, how did that happen? How did that come about? Getting into the USFL.
Yeah. Yeah. So, most of the communication happened with the actual D line, now GM player personnel person that would his name was communicate with me, with everything, and they loved me from my film, my college film, and just from my pro day numbers and everything like that. He's like the team and everything, and the D line coach was really open. I would be doing and opening the everything like that, and just telling me he's like to do is just play your game, and they're really welcoming. The Stars are really welcoming. Uh, as a whole was just welcoming with players just coming in trying to get adjusted and everything.
Hmm.
Clean a big adjustment, but um, I adjusted quickly because it's my sport. But it was definitely I'm definitely grateful for the US hooking me up and everything.
Oh, absolutely, man. And they got to be thankful to pick you up because you were a steal, man. For season 1. Um,
Yeah.
so when it came to the hub situation, like, how was that for you personally? Like, because another question that I asked too, like, because it was different, being in a hub, you don't got to travel, everyone's together, things like that. Yes, some players went on their own, got in apartments, things like that. But how was it for you? Did you stay in the hotel in that setting, or did
Oh
you?
yeah, I was in hotel the whole time. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like a big dorm, like to where
Mm-hmm.
honestly, uh, the hub situation. I think it was smart for the USFL to do that, just to have all the players in a localized. But yeah, I was in the dorm. I mean, the field, protective stadium was right. We took buses to our practice morning, had lifting right after. I think the whole situation was organized for what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, they took care of us the with with transportation to and from games, to and from practices. I think the hub situation was very smart.
Yeah, definitely smart on their part, and as fast as they got everything together, they threw this whole league together in like 6 months, and it was successful, of course. I mean, because we're talking now, so we're talking season 2 coming up. So they did a great
Yeah,
job, and now with the off season, they're taking their time, things like that. When it comes to like, as far as what because we all know like that there is a hub or hubs coming as far as destinations, but we just don't know yet. But
yeah.
as far as that, like, so my question to you is, as far as a hub, now, if you had this is just hypothetically, if you had, if you were able to go ahead and pick like a hub location, where would your like hub location, your perfect location be, for you to
Uh,
travel?
yeah. Honestly, I would say for the Northern Conference, I would say Detroit,
Detroit.
or
Yeah.
yeah, like because I know it will be in the summer good weather. Detroit gets really cold, but in the summer, I think it would be Detroit because I mean we have the championship game right below us in Ohio,
Hmm.
uh, and I feel a great hub for conference, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. And it would break up, like, because that heat in Birmingham, and I always bring that up no matter what. Like that Birmingham heat has got to be insane, man. Like, I had Bobby Holley on. He's a fullback for the Birmingham Stallions last night. And like I was talking to him, and he's used to it because he's in Louisiana, but like he was talking about, getting down to a certain weight, and he would lose that in a couple of weeks, 5-10 pounds, because it's so damn hot, man. So it'd be nice to go ahead and break it up. You see like traveling would be nice just to get a different setting going, as far as like a different field, things like that. It'd be nice to travel, just to get out there and see different things, different cities and things like that, the surrounding cities. Talking about Ohio, we were there. Myself was there. We were there with the USFL network. A few of us were actually on the field,
Yeah,
during the championship game on the sidelines. And, we've talked to quite a few star players, throughout the season, even before the draft, like Sean Brown, Amani Dennis, and just when that game ended, man, because I'm not a fan of any in particular team, just because I love the players, and that's what I'm about.
yeah,
We're all about the players. Yes, we have correspondents that have like we have the stars, we have each team like lined up for individual content, but for myself, it was more or less like seeing Amani Dennis, the look on his face, man, when when that final score was ended, that game was finished, him just sitting on the field, man, it was like heartbreaking, man. It was crazy. Sean Brown was another who's
yeah,
standing on the sidelines. It was tough because you get to know these guys throughout the season, talk to them all season long, and you know you don't want to see anyone get defeated. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean,
yeah,
I know it's the game, it's the business, but it just sucked to see the guys that I talked to personally, like Sean Brown and Amani Dennis, we had on, and I felt it, man. It just, but then you look
yeah,
around and you see the Birmingham Stallions, they got the trophy raised and things like that. But still,
yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, honestly, if a couple of injuries did not happen, I'm gonna say Stars win, man. Stars win easily. If Cookus
That's
didn't
what,
go down, absolutely 100%, man. It would have been a different outcome. There's no way.
man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, honestly, that whole championship game, it was a great. I'm not gonna lie, it was a great experience being in the Hall of Fame. Just seeing them introduce the USFL into them. We have our own there now in the USFL, NFL Hall of Fame. But like, it was just crazy. I was just grateful to be in that and be in the championship. But like you said, getting to know the guys. I mean, I'm in week 5 and they invited me in like I was. I'm saying, and it was just get to know these guys and how much they really to be in the situation currently. You know, it was heartbreaking. I was upset, personally more upset about how my team and everything like that. Like I'm a Sean, and I felt my heart went out to Case like after that game because I honestly these are some hard moves and just busting their butts every day to get even in the playoff talk. And
Hmm.
it was just when it happened, when the zero and the score was what it was. I for them. I was heartbroken for the team. I was heartbroken personally because but it is the sport. You would just try to get better for next year and just improve things that you could have did in the game.
Oh, definitely. And when
Hmm.
season 2 comes around, you guys are going to have more time to adapt, more time to, feel out schemes, playbooks, things like that. So it's going to be more competitive. You guys are going to be definitely a favorite, moving into season 2, regardless of what any team does signing wise. I mean, right now you guys are
Hmm.
stacked, and I'm assuming you guys are. I mean, I assume that you are coming back for season 2 as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You are.
sir.
Okay.
I am.
All
Yep.
right, cool. I'm glad because I don't want to go this whole way like 20 minutes and like, no, I haven't made my decision yet. I'm like, all right,
No,
that's cool. That's cool.
I'm definitely. I'm signed.
All right, nice, nice. So outside of football, what are you doing? Do you have any hobbies or anything like that? Like, do you do anything outside of football as far as do you have anything else going on?
Oh yeah. I mean, currently right now, uh, into the modeling aspect, thing like that, and like clothing brands and stuff like that. I'm doing a lot with that. Actually about to head back down to Birmingham to just start the off season. The off season,
Hmm.
you know, down in Birmingham with the conditioning staff that they have set up for us, and you know, really just working out, training every day, training my butt every day, just trying to be in the best shape I starts.
Yeah, I do
And
see as far as the training, like, 'cause I did hit up your Instagram, of course, and then your TikTok as well. I see the TikToks,
oh
man,
yeah,
and you're definitely training. Um,
oh yeah,
so yeah, we've heard many times, from many players that like an OTA type situation or like some sort of conditioning is going to be happening in the next month or two. So that's good to hear that.
hmm,
I mean, you guys need it, and a lot of guys are itching to get back, just itching to go ahead and see just to see everyone again. It's cool through like FaceTime or text, but it's nothing like actually seeing your teammates, seeing your family. I mean, it's a second family,
exactly,
to a lot of guys. So
yeah,
I wanted to mention the TikTok because there was one that stood out to me, and it was just it was an in-game clip, but the voiceover said something like it was football is bad for your health, but when you play football, all the voices disappear, and all you feel is serenity. Is that how
hmm,
you feel on the field? Is that like coming to
man.
fruition
I,
for you?
yeah, football is a piece of mind. I mean, it's no, no, but it's what I grew up on. It became a place for me to be who I am
Hmm.
and enjoy it to actually make it my. But football has always been and just been a place where I know I can excel in. But on the other side of that, I do realize uh, the different that come with uh, uh, which is so much time on developing my body because I mean, honestly, football, anything can happen. It's just
Hmm.
you have to take care of your body. Really determines, different things. And you prepare your body, crazy stuff comes to you. I mean, look at our quarterback. I mean, he he workers that I've met. I mean, and last game of the season that happened. I mean, like the playoff game, is one of the most in shape people I've met. You know, football crazy accidents can happen. Always try to over prepare and work your body just so you can end hits and everything.
Yeah, I mean, and then speaking of Case too, like he was getting married, what, like 2 weeks like after the game.
Yes.
So it's like this dude's gonna walk down the aisle with either a knee brace or crutches, and that's just crazy, man. I felt for him. We all felt for him. Just seeing the
Hmm.
stretcher and things like that come out, I'm like, man, this does not look good. It's not like, questionable return. He is done for right
Hmm.
now, and it was a sad situation, man. But again, I mean, if yeah, I have a lot of like close, player friends on the Stallions, but I'm telling you, man, if Case was in that game, would have been a different outcome.
Sure.
Absolutely,
For sure. Yeah.
absolutely. But Ralph, I before we end, because I don't want to keep you too long. I know you got things going on, but I wanted to bring up you mentioned in the modeling and the clothing brand. I did see that. What is it? It was like Beyond the Brand or something like that. You were sporting
Yeah. It was Beyond the Collection. It's H&M.
Beyond the Collection.
Yeah, Beyond the Collection. It's H&M. Some new clothes. But I'm currently, working on my deal with Moisture. It's a uh, beard company take care
Like
of hair and
conditioner.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. They got some really nice stuff. But I'm currently working on, just working with different clubs, just working on still marketing, if that makes sense. Just
Mm-hmm.
exploring, you know, different just leading, showing different people like, there's big clothes that can fit you too, and there's that you can use. But yeah, that's one thing that we've been aspiring to do is, modeling and just doing everything. I'm glad I finally have a platform, and I just want to show other big guys that do it too. Just because you're big don't mean you can't. You know what I'm
No, definitely. I hear you, man.
saying?
Like I was close to like, maybe 2 years ago, I was like close to 300, but a
Mhm.
fat 300. So like it sucked, man. I dropped to like 108 pounds and things like that, but
About to say
I
you
get
look
it,
good
man.
now, brother. Good now,
I
bro.
appreciate it. No, I appreciate
Yeah,
it. I actually gained a little bit more because I did get married in July. So that comfort weight came back on, so
yeah.
that's what
I
happened.
feel.
But I did want to bring that up because I did see it, and I wanted to go ahead and have you promote that. Because
Yeah,
there's always things outside of football. You guys are human. That's you're thinking about your future and things like that. So I always wanted to bring that up because I did see it, and you're looking ahead beyond football, which is always a good thing. You always got to have something to fall back on just in case, because we never know. It's one day at a time,
exactly.
and it can take that one incident, and there it goes. But you're setting yourself up, which is always a good thing.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. I
man.
appreciate
So
that.
no, absolutely, man, absolutely. So before we end, we call I'm going to call this segment call. It's when we go into the USFL Discord, we do like an AMA. Um, we're mainly focused there, but I wanted to go on my own and do like talking with hype type. That's just what I'm trying to do. Just throw something
Sure.
out there, get a one-on-one conversation with guys. But at the end, we do something called the end zone, and it's pretty much like final thoughts, shout out, whatever it may be. You can take this time to say whatever you want, shout out to somebody or
Yeah,
inspiration, like whatever whatever you want to go ahead and say to finish off the show.
for sure. Well, I want to say first, uh, shout out to my Lord and Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So shout out to the Philly Stars. shout out for giving me the opportunity and re-signing me. Appreciate it. Shout out to Western, Sherry's for just guiding me along my parents, you know, instilled a lot of, and, you know, shout out to the bros too. Yeah. And
Definitely,
that's
man.
my
It was a great one. It was a great end zone. I appreciate it, man. Man, Ralph, I appreciate you coming on, taking the time today once again. But if you can, just stay on while we end the show. But again, thank you so much for coming on, and good luck season 2, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you for having me, brother.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
man. Oh, definitely. Absolutely. 100%. This has been Talking with Hype. This is Ralph Holley. You can find him on Twitter at Holley. Let me take a look. Is it Holley Ralph?
Yeah,
Yes,
Holley
Holley
Ralph.
Ralph. And then Instagram, Ralph Holley _ So make sure you check him out. All right, guys. Thank you so much. This has been Talking with Hype. Everyone take care and go Philly.